Greetings, and welcome to an overview of the new Basilian Curial Office and Residence. In this video, I would like to do three things. First, give a history of our past and how we came to this point regarding Presentation Manor and the sale of the Cardinal Flahiff Basilian Centre. Two, indicate where we currently are in the process. And three, present a tentative timeline for the future. The Ontario Collaborative Housing by Religious was formed in 2013 and was committed to ensuring that religious communities had adequate retirement facilities. The challenge for most religious communities, including Basilians, was ensuring that retired religious had adequate facilities to accommodate their decreasing memberships. With aging infrastructure and a high cost to renovate or construct, religious communities did not want to build facilities that would outlive their dwindling numbers. A model in Winnipeg, Canada, overseen by Raymond Lafond, where religious communities collectively owned and built a retirement facility, was already successful and was adopted by the OCHR. Here's a timeline of events. In January 2014, the General Council decides to invest $6 million in the project. The money has returned 5% interest annually and also has enabled Basilians to secure 15 assisted living units and 15 independent living units in the new project. In March 2014, the OCHR buys LaSalle Manor from the Christian Brothers, and the buildings on the 4.4-acre property are leveled in order to construct the new retirement residence named Presentation Manor. In March 2017, the General Council explores the possibility of selling the Cardinal Flahiff Basilian Centre to the Toronto District Catholic School Board and the University of St. Michael's College, but both ventures ultimately failed to materialize. In September 2017, the CFBC is appraised between $45 and $52 million, but the appraisals indicate that much will depend on zoning restrictions. In January 2018, the General Council signs a contract with the Daniels Corporation, which means the property at 95 St. Joseph Street is sold, but the price is still to be determined. I'm going to repeat that phrase because it's an unusual statement. The property at 95 St. Joseph Street is sold, and the price will be determined in the future. The final price will depend on what types of redevelopment are allowed to occur on the property, which can only be determined after zoning and heritage society restrictions are addressed with the City of Toronto. In October 2018, the votum approving the sale of the property is obtained from Rome. In November 2018, 27 Basilians move into Presentation Manor, 13 into assisted living, and 14 into independent living. Father John Reddy is the superior, and Father John Mallow is the assistant superior of the newly established Basilian Fathers of Presentation Manor. The Basilian Fathers currently have two very significant partners in the redevelopment of 95 St. Joseph Street. One partner is John McIntyre, principal of Cresa Toronto Brokerage, who is assisting us with the redevelopment. The other partner is the purchaser of the CFBC, the Daniels Corporation, who are not only skilled at envisioning projects, but are equally skilled in navigating the zoning and bylaw process in the City of Toronto. In preliminary discussions with the City, it appears that the front facade of the Flahiff Centre will need to be retained in the final design, as well as the chapel, which will be repurposed. The following designs are all depicted looking at the CFBC from the south, or in other words, looking from the back entrance to the CFBC. The plans are very tentative and will depend on City zoning approval, but the current plan calls for a high-rise condominium on the west side of the property, a mid-rise residence for student housing on the east side, and Basilians retaining 20,000 square feet of space in a reconstructed 4-story building that fronts St. Joseph Street. The plans are still being developed, but these are initial designs that indicate a street walk-in entrance with lobby and archives on the first floor, a second formal entrance with staff facilities on the second floor, and a curial office consisting of a boardroom, 10 offices, and meeting rooms on the third floor. Notice on the west wing third floor, there is also the curial residence with 4 guest rooms and a fitness room. Finally, the fourth floor is totally dedicated to the curial residence with a dining room with a retractable wall and outdoor terrace, a lounge, kitchen, laundry room, media room, 8 bedrooms, and a chapel. Overall, there are 12 bedrooms in the curial residence, 8 dedicated bedrooms, and 4 guest bedrooms. Please realize that these plans are still being developed, but we wanted you to have a visual sense of what our thinking is currently. So what does our future look like? The City of Toronto still needs to finalize zoning and determine heritage restrictions, which will give Daniels the permission it needs to start the redevelopment process, with our best estimate that this will all be done by the summer of 2021. By then, we will have a final sale price and demolition of the property can occur. Following demolition, which will not take long, the best estimate is that it will take another 3 years to enter into a brand new building. So we're looking at occupation of a new curial office and residence in the summer of 2024. Therefore, the curial office will need to be temporarily relocated from 2021 to 2024. Thanks very much for your attention during this presentation, and a special thank you to the confreres formerly of Orsini House and Anglin House who have undergone the most change throughout this process. Much like any other construction project, I cannot stress enough that all the images and timelines presented are very tentative and probably will change. I will inform the congregation of changes from time to time so that we may move forward together with hope as we establish new routes at 95 St. Joseph Street. Thank you.